So I am showing you my possible new van. It is a Dodge Ram 1500. It does have a higher top. As you can see, it's got the TV cabinet, which I would not use for a TV at all. That would be storage. I would take that wood front off, and that would be storage. It does have the higher top, which is why you have that storage. I can't quite 100% stand. I need about another inch, but I can stand pretty well, but it's not comfortable. It also has that back storage because of the high top, or higher top. So it's basically the Dodge version of Cardinal. It is not cosmetically in good shape, but that doesn't really matter because I'm going to rip some things up and out and do some of the things I planned on doing in Cardinal anyway. The mechanic that owns this took the back seat out for me and took the driver's middle seat out and left my seat for Juniper. It's got the barn doors, not a slider. It's got the two back doors, barn doors. It is basically the exact same setup as Cardinal, except it has a high top. So yeah, those are things that I would do to this van if I decide to get it. However, when I drove this last night, when we first got here, the check engine light did come on. So the mechanic who owns the van and is selling the van has gone out of town for the day, and Mr. P is going to take me to another mechanic friend of his, and I'm going to get it looked at and see what's going on with that. And you know, it has much higher miles than I thought. My gut is saying this might not be the one, but I know they've done some work to it, so I'll see. Again, as always, I'm not worried about cosmetics because that's those are things I plan on ripping up and doing whatever I'm going to do to them. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the other mechanic says. So the other mechanic drove around the block a few times with me and talked to me while he was driving, and he basically said he wouldn't pay more than $1,000 for this van, maybe less. And he actually said, when I told him what I was going to be doing with it, living in it, building it out, and driving back across the country to Arizona and West Coast, he basically was like, no. So I don't think I'm going to be getting this van. This just might not be the one for me. I think someone who maybe knows how to work on vans, with the check engine light coming on and a few other things that he found connected to the steering, I'm thinking am going to pass on this van. Even if the guy's willing to come down from 1,800 to 1,000, I still just don't feel like the miles are just too high. I mean, it's almost 245,000 miles. And the second mechanic is at a used car dealership. He printed out the report for me, the auto report, the auto check. This thing has had 11 titles. It has like 3 or 4 liens on it at one point, and we don't know if it still has liens on it. And if I go to register this in Virginia, I'm going to have to pay whatever that lien is before I can register and put a title in my name. And we found a discrepancy in the miles of about 9,000 some odd miles. Like a rollback, like somebody rolled it back. So there's just too many little red flags for me. So I'm going to pass on it. Yeah, I'm disappointed that the search continues, and maybe something will happen. They found a few others here in North Carolina. Maybe we'll be able to look at them. The weather's not cooperating. It's raining. If they're willing to look at some other vans, maybe. Anyway, I thought I was going to be in a new van. We'll see what happens. So, as you can see from the footage I shot, I came to North Carolina to buy this van. However, upon getting a second opinion of another mechanic, this ain't the one for me. There are some things that are wrong with it. There are some things I wasn't aware of, as far as like the mileage is much higher than I thought. And I've decided to not get this van after all. And we're taking a trip further south for another vehicle. And you'll see the footage on that one another day. But it's in Georgia. So Miss V, Miss K, and myself are all heading out in Mr. P and Miss K's Class C for a girls' trip down to Georgia. Oh, we about to get in some trouble for 24 hours. So anyway, I'll let you guys know what happens there. Hope you enjoyed today's Daily Dose. And if you are enjoying the Daily Doses, go on over to Patreon and support them for just $1 a month. And for just a little bit more, you can get the podcast. Thanks for watching. Mwah! I'll see you tomorrow.